Let's talk about the time Red Hood had to decide whether or not to kill his buddy Bizzaro. In this story, Red Hood is trying to put a stop to the crime ring from selling drugs in poor neighborhoods. But the criminals don't really want to listen to him, and instead they want to actually kill him. They end up pulling out their guns to kill Red Hood, and Red Hood kind of gives Bizzaro the signal to freeze all of their guns, while also slamming down on the ground and proceeding to destroy almost everything in the warehouse. He goes so far that even Jason Todd thinks it's enough and tells him to calm down a little bit, until out of nowhere he gets whacked aside from Killer Croc. Bizzaro, seeing Red Hood, his best friend, get smacked around by Killer Croc, this enrages him enough to take off his head. But afterwards they would quickly find out that it was just a robot, and Jason Todd would ask Bizzaro if he knew it was a robot, but Bizzaro didn't. So Jason was a little disappointed in Bizzaro. Afterwards, the two would go back to base, and Artemis would show Jason Todd a few tapes of Bizzaro's testing. At first, the tapes would show that the cloning process was going extremely well. However, once the cloning process was complete for different Bizzaros, they would all come out the same way, killing scientists and going crazy. So the Bizzaro project had to be shut down and all Bizzaro clones had to be killed. However, they did miss one. And this would kind of make Artemis and Jason ponder the question whether or not they should do the same thing. So Jason Todd would go to the Batcave where he would see Alfred, and he would end up asking some advice for the Bizzaro situation. He would ask Alfred if Bruce ever lost faith in him and decided to kick him out as Robin. But Alfred would say that he was never disappointed in him, and he never lost faith. He knew he would always be a good hero. So with that, Jason Todd would take a sliver of kryptonite with him and go off on his journey. Later on, Jason Todd would bring Bizzaro to a pretty peaceful place that only Jason knew about, and Jason Todd would tell Bizzaro how he used to hate the world until he saw a place like this, and then he realized that the world wasn't all that bad. Bizzaro would even begin to say that he doesn't hate the world either. He always saw it through a glass tube, and now he gets to experience everything firsthand. And for a while, Bizzaro felt like he wasn't good enough, because he had fake memories of the actual Superman. But then he says to Jason Todd that everything changed when he met Red Hood and Artemis, saying that he knows he isn't perfect and he'll make mistakes, but Red Hood and Artemis will always show him the way, and that will make him better. And as Jason Todd holds up the gun with the kryptonite bullet in it, ready to kill him, he quickly changes his mind and tells him, let's just get back home. But before they leave, Bizzaro asks just to stay for a couple moments longer. He likes this place. And the two sit together while the sun sets.